Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you like. I hope you subscribe. I hope you share. Robert Brooks' death was not in vain. They have charged 5 of the correctional officers with murder. They will be arraigned at 2 o'clock today. They will stand in front of a judge on a murder charge. There were 14 people in that room. I don't know about all the indictments on all the rest of them. I believe there are indictments on others, but right now 5, from the information I'm receiving, have been charged with murder. And the first thing I want to say is thank the public, thank the people on YouTube, thank the people on the internet who continued to, thank you for the people who protest up in Albany. Thank you for the people who have followed this story. It is the pressure that was placed on the court system, the pressure that was placed on the district attorney that I believe made them go forward with these charges, because for 2 months after they killed Robert Brooks, for 2 months after they tortured and beat Robert Brooks to death, no charges were brought forth. Okay? And so maybe they will say it was pending an investigation that it took so long. But whatever the case may be, I believe a lot of the public pressure helped, and the people that followed this story did not let it die. So that happened today. The beat up squad should know in the prison system right now that if you continue to run around and beat up prisoners, there's going to be repercussions for your actions. Because the charge was murder, they face a maximum of 25 years to life. Who knows if they will plea bargain to lesser charges? Who knows if the officers will cop out and accept a plea bargain? We don't know if they will take the case to trial. We don't know what that story will be yet. Only time will tell. But right now they're charged with murder. You have to understand that when they beat Robert Brooks to death, while he was handcuffed, while he was not a threat, while he was not striking, nobody called 911 after this man died. And what they did was they ended up calling a private ambulance company at 4 o'clock in the morning when his death was about 9 o'clock at night. What did they do for all those hours after they beat him to death? There were nurses that stood there, nurses who took an oath to take care of people, to look after people. They stood there and watched these officers beat Robert Brooks to death and never notified anyone, never called 911, never called for the ambulance. And they did it many times before. These nurses have watched the officers beat people up many times before as what they use the infirmary for. So right now, Anthony Farina, Officer Anthony Farina, and Sergeant Glenn Tromley, along with others, are going to have to answer for their misdeeds, are going to have to answer for their behavior. They're going to have to answer for murdering someone. With all that said, you think I have a beef against correctional officers? I don't have any beef against correctional officers. I am always tell you that there are many correctional officers that are very good men. I stand by that. There are. I lived in there with them. You could have a different opinion. I lived in prison for 17 years. You have a lot of correctional officers right now that are on strike. 30 prisons across New York State in itself are on strike. Originally, I was under the belief that they were striking just to get attention away from the Robert Brooks investigation. But I believe some of the things they're striking for are legitimate. We can get into that at another time. There are some good men in there, and there's some very abusive men in there. So it's not that I'm anti-correctional officer. I'm anti-abusive correctional officer. That should make sense. If someone wants to live good and live right, I have no beef with them. But when someone violates the law and is doing their time like Robert Brooks, he was paying his debt to society. You can't become a gang and beat him to death. And that's what you did, and now you're going to pay for it. Thank you again to everyone. I'll give you an update on this a little more as more information comes in. But I wanted you guys to know right away that 5 of them have been charged with murder and will be arraigned for murder at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Stay tuned. Bless all of you.